Uh, Been really good. Kids been really fighting, going through camp, trying to practice hard every day. Just trying to come out with a mindset of no matter what's going on, what the weather is, we're going to continue to practice hard, be strong in practice, and secure the ball. But they've been doing a good job.
Have they been able to, I guess, take advantage of all the reps they're getting? Because there's been some days where y'all haven't had quite as many scholarship guys out there as you probably like to have, but it seems like that's probably an opportunity for guys to get more reps.
Well, I think that's the most important thing for our guys to continue to get reps. Although we have the two older guys in the room with Ty and Tim, but those younger guys like Eric getting reps, Jeremy Banks getting reps. So that's what you want. That's the only way you can get better is being on the field.
How does Ty become maybe more consistent and reliable pass catching running back?
Well, he's been working on it all season. He's been in that indoor on the jugs machine daily, all through spring. Because that's one of the things that he has to improve on. Because if we can get the ball in his hand in space, he's really explosive.
Is that something that maybe being a former wide receivers coach that you can help with even more?
Yeah, and I tell him that that's one of the most important things he can bring to the table by playing in space, catching the ball out the backfield, and he wants to kind of learn more about routes and being split out a little bit and empty. So I've been helping him with that.
What type of things have you guys done together to work on routes and work on things he can do?
I think the biggest thing is his footwork and kind of understanding how to come off the ball, being explosive, cutting down on a lot of patting his feet, 2 steps in, 2 steps out, So we've been working on those things, and he's been getting better at them.
Does the addition of Eric kind of give you guys some flexibility to play around a little bit more with Ty's skill set as a guy who can be in the slot or flex out, and when you guys fire it empty?
Yeah, I think Eric's been doing a good job. He's still a freshman, has a lot to learn, but his work ethic is second to none. He comes in like a professional with meetings and everything, but he's been doing a good job in camp, and Ty and Tim, really been holding that room together.
As a unit, what are you looking for on Saturday, maybe to take the biggest step in the right direction?
I think the biggest thing is being consistent with ball security. That's our first thing that we talk about. That's one thing Chaney tells us about all the time, about make sure we own the ball, have that ball security. But our guys just being tough. We're going to need some tough yardage, some guys that run in between the tackles. And the biggest thing is that those guys can play fast, play smart, and be physical. That's what we need.
A year ago, Jeremy was, I should say a year ago last season, Jeremy seemed a little bit frustrated that the running backs were kind of leaving some hidden yardage out there, kind of specifically alluded to Tim's vision, ties. How have you maybe seen that improve thus far in fall camp?
I think Tim and Ty have been doing a really good job with where they place their eyes on their read keys and different things like that. And that's really with Coach Chaney. He's come in with his offense. He has a serious plan about what he want to do, how he want to go about it. And he's really big on the running backs on their eyes, where they're looking at and different things like that. So I think they've been improving. They're doing a good job.
What is it about Ty that makes him good in space, opposed to maybe other running backs?
His speed. You're talking about a guy who's 4'3". Just get the ball in his hand. He can kind of outrun a lot of people. That's one of the biggest things, just getting him out in space where he can make one person miss and he can actually take it to the house.
Is that what he ran this summer?
Yes.
In terms of being a guy who's coached wide receivers and translating that over to the running backs, with the way that football's played now, how much of a benefit is that? Because it seems like running backs are a lot of times being used as slot receivers now. It seems like the game's really changed in that way.
Yeah, because you want versatile guys, and that's what the NFL is looking for, guys who can actually obviously pass protect, but also get out in the backfield, kind of run routes. I think it's been a help to me being a receiver coach, but I also coached running backs before at Tulane, and that's just where the game is going now. You have to be able to catch the ball out the backfield.
When you look at Eric Gray's ability for a freshman, are you impressed with everything that he's been able to put together at a young age?
Well, not so much with his ability, just his work ethic. Obviously, he's talented, but for that kid to come in every day and just kind of work hard, he's been doing a good job. He's been learning from the older guys, and we can't wait to see where he fits in his offense. But I think his work ethic been the thing that I've been really most impressed about.
He's like mature for his age.
Yes, I think his high school did a really good job of kind of preparing him, and every day he's trying to get better, and he's trying to do the things that he needs to do to help this team win. And that's even on special teams. He's out there running, doing whatever he needs to do to help us win.
What do you think? Did you identify that in recruiting with him, or is that something that maturity? Is that something that you really can't tell until they get on campus?
No, that's one of the biggest things with Coach Pruitt is kind of identifying talent and evaluating talent early. We knew he was a big playmaker. We knew he was a guy who can get out in space. And actually, when you watch him against certain schools playing at Memphis area, he really ran the ball tough. So we kind of knew that coming in, but you don't know about his work ethic. You don't know what type of kid is it on a daily basis, and that's what we've been all impressed about.
What do you see as his role for 2019?
Well, I mean, you have to let the season play out. You don't know how he's going to play out. I just think he has to just continue to do the things that he needs to do, not putting a lot of pressure on that kid. He's still a freshman. So, he come in wherever he fits in, doing the things he needs to do as special teams, catching the ball out the backfield, running in between the tackles. He just going to have to play his part. That's what I tell those kids, find your part, to play in this offense.
What has he done to get on the radar to play special teams and drills and stuff? And do you like your running backs, all of them being a factor in special teams?
Well, if they want to play on that next level, they have to play on special teams. And that's, a third of what we're doing, offense, defense, and special teams. But I think just his work, he comes to work every day. He doesn't complain. And that's with all those guys in there. Tim, he's really been doing an excellent job on special teams. So you want your guys to come in there and be a part of the special teams, understand how important it is for us to be successful.
What are the things you've emphasized with Ty in camp right now?
The biggest thing is making sure we finish runs. We don't want to run out of bounds, anything like that. And he's been taking coaching really good. He understands that part of it. But I've been telling him to finish and secure the ball. Every day you're gonna hear me screaming and yelling about make sure we have our wrists above our elbow because it's important for us to secure that football.
How has Jeremy looked in that respect in camp?
He's been doing a lot better. He's been doing it. He comes before practice. He's working on that. After practice, he's working on that. So I've really been proud of Jeremy. He's really been concentrating on that part of it, knowing that he has to secure the ball in order for us to put him out there.
You know, talking about kind of improving some of that blocking stuff from last year. I know that you weren't coaching that group, but as y'all talked about what needed to improve there in terms of blitz pickups and things like that, was that more technique stuff with them, or was that more, maybe not recognizing things as quickly as they needed to?
It probably was a little both. Definitely making sure you communicate with the offensive line. And last year, I thought Coach Winker did a good job with those guys on their technique. But as they get older, they understand the importance of the communication with the center, identifying the fronts and the coverages and different things like that. So I think they've been doing a better job with identifying what's going on. And we work on that technique every day, trying to get our hands inside and making sure we have a good balance when we're blocking.
Sorry to come in late, you've probably been asked this, but just what's the biggest thing you've discovered about Gray since the start of camp?
Just his work ethic. Like I told the guys earlier, this guy comes to work every day. Obviously, he's talented, but he's a mature freshman, and he just want to work. He just want to see where he fits in his offense, and that's the biggest thing. He's a worker. He comes to work every day.
Any examples of that? Just things that stuck.
Well, even during springtime, we'll be at 8 o'clock at night with him going over protections, and he really wasn't participating in spring, but he wanted to make sure he was prepared when he got out there. And obviously, when you get the ball in his hand, he can make people miss.
We've heard a lot before about Banks and his sort of just his enthusiasm for the game, being out there every day, the way he likes to go out there and compete. Are y'all still seeing that on a daily basis? Is that something that kind of lifts the room at times?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just a part of it. I think Jeremy does a great job of bringing juice, like we would say, to practice, to the meeting rooms. And this kid loves football. I always tell him just make sure you have a control rage. That's the biggest thing because he's played so fast. He's extremely physical. But he's been doing a great job of bringing it every day. Every day he comes to practice, he's prepared and ready to go.
Can that have an effect on some of the other guys? I mean, because I know you got some other guys in that room that are hard workers, but they're quiet guys. Is someone like him, can he kind of bring something out of them a little bit?
Well, and that's his personality. And that's one thing we ask those guys to do, kind of bring somebody else along with you when you're having that enthusiasm. I think that's important. It's contagious. Once one person get it, somebody else. So that's what we want. We want those guys to actually have fun out there and work extremely hard and be ready to go.
You mentioned that Coach Chaney focuses on where the ball carriers have their eyes going when they're running the ball. What's the biggest difference you'd say with the running backs this year in Chaney's offense versus per se last year?
I think the biggest thing is those guys is concentrating on where their eyes are going, what they're reading, different things like that. And it's right now everybody's playing well. I think the offensive line, we're all coming together and we're mature. It's a year later, so those guys who are freshmen and sophomores, they're a lot better right now. They're strong and they're faster.
Couple more guys.
Tim Jordan, and maybe what are you emphasizing with him this fall camp?
Like I emphasize with all the running backs, make sure you secure that ball. Tim does a great job of kind of finishing runs and different things like that. He really wants to play more on special teams. He know that's what we're going to need to win. But I've just been telling Tim make sure he secure the ball, and we've been working with him catching the ball out the backfield. I think that's going to be big for him because he can catch the ball out the backfield.
Talk about running backs in the division. How much of that is preparation, and how much of that is just an instinct that some guys seem to have, kind of an instinct about where the pressure is going to come from, where to run, where the hole's going to be. How much of it's preparation versus instinct?
I think the biggest thing is all preparation. And you have some guys, once they get to the second level, they can see things that other guys can't see. But for that first level, it's all about preparation, and then the shade, then the 3-tech. You have to read those blocks. That's the most important thing, and getting to the heels of the offensive line to help those blocks out. But once you get to the second level, now that's when kids become special, and they can see different things coming at them that most kids can't see, and they're able to cut off it.